So we're here back with red cards and kicking it off with the A's. We've got Act of Treason. Got to have this ability in there somewhere. It's in Mark of Mutiny or Act of Aggression or just plain old Act of Treason. Good card. I like Act of Treason. I think it's cool.
Yep.
Another one of your Bloodthirst type goos. This is obviously red and black type card. I like this. I think this is good.
First strike, yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, you should probably always aim to Bloodthirst him up. 3/3 first strike, turn 3. That's good because Porcelain Legionnaire has got 3 power and what's it called first strike as well. But there's a lot more things that can kill that compared to this guy.
Indeed.
Bonebreaker Giant is kind of the grown-up, little bit more bigger version of Hill Giant. 1 for mana, 1 extra power and toughness. Let's just Giants are good rough. Actually, they hit it pretty good with the Titans, but otherwise they just get these poor guys.
Oh, and was it Cyclops Gladiator's a giant, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that guy's pretty aggressive. That guy's very aggressive. What I'm on about. Chandra.
Oh.
New Chandra. Definitely Chandra.
Yep, definitely the best Planeswalker in the set.
I agree as well. 4 mana Planeswalkers, as history has taught us, and everyone will say are the strongest ones. And just +1, pinging something that's never really going to be a bad thing. Just if you're damaging them down for Bloodthirst or whatever.
Yep.
I think -2 is where it really shines, though.
Copy spells. What?
Play this with Sorin's Death, 10 damage spell. It's like, oh, he's gone. Out of nowhere.
True.
But yeah, having that out, it's not really going to be a hard thing in red decks. It's going to run 4.
One red mana symbol.
Yeah, I mean that's the first time that's ever happened. So all you do is you play this -2, and then just even double Incinerate was 4 damage just out of nowhere.
6
but
damage.
I'm sorry, of course, yeah. But as in double Diabolic Shooter in limited, double Rampant Growth if that's in here, which I can't remember. Just good value cards.
The ultimate ability isn't amazing, but you're just going to be copying spells all day, so it doesn't really matter.
I assume, it's going to be one of these sort of Jace Bellerin ones where the only reason you plus it is so that you can do the middle ability. Going into the Chandra-themed cards, Chandra's Outrage. It's okay, it's not terrible. 4 damage.
I quite like this guy.
Yeah, 4 damage kills a lot of things. 2 damage to the creature's controller is just a nice little bonus on top of that.
Yeah.
And then the rare of Chandra is Chandra's Phoenix, which the picture speaks for itself.
There's the feature just on Wizards' YouTube channel of the guy drawing this pretty much from scratch. You should check it out if you love artwork like I do.
He's pretty skillful watching this guy go work on this. So, however, I don't think the card is all that brilliant, to be honest.
Really?
I don't think it's that dominant. I think
it's huge when you've got Chandra out. It's huge.
Oh yeah, of course. But I think eventually, if you're playing that blue-white Flyers deck, then this I don't think does anything.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's not going to get through. In the mid-range sort of game, but this just won't get through. Having a number of them, however, come out of the graveyard at once for just the one trigger is huge. Like the whole Vengevine, Demigod of Revenge type thing, but that's where I think it will be a blowout. So we'd have to see if anyone ventures into Let's Play the Chandra's Phoenix decks in Standard, but I think that'd actually be pretty cool. Next card we got after that is just a normal Battlefield Enchantment in red, 1 in red. Whenever a creature without flying attacks you or a Planeswalker you control, so just 1 damage to that creature. So
it's okay.
It's just like a sort of, that guy's got 1 toughness, that guy's got 1 toughness.
Yeah.
You can't attack me with it. It will also help you with blocking. If you've got a 2/2, they've got a 3/3, then you'll be able to kill it. So I don't think it's brilliant. I don't think it's terrible though at all, and the picture is just superb as well.
Indeed. I love the picture of the next card as well.
Oh yeah, Combust. That's just awesome. This guy's head is just like it's gone. And this card needs more play because that's a real big amount of damage for just 2 mana.
Well, obviously, it's just another sideboard card. But
Celestial Purge, Death Mark before it, and whatever you can undo to certain things. But that needs to come out of sideboards more, I think. I think probably the weakest of the mage cycle next.
Yeah.
Giving things haste. Haste is good when, because you're not expecting it, but if this guy's there going, oh, I'm going to give things haste, then kind of takes away the element of surprise.
Yeah, so I'll sit back and stop you doing that then until I can...
or not all too impressed with him, and with the artwork, they've just taken this random dude's head and put it on Chandra's body.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fiery Hellhound, I like this guy, I think it's pretty good.
Fire breather.
Yep, gotta have that. Gotta have Fireball as well.
Yep.
A bit to try and calculate how much you actually gotta pay to deal damage, but yeah, I like Fireball, mostly for just finishing off, to be honest. Another M10 reprint in Fire Breathing, which sort of depicts what Fire Breath is as a thing. Now this is a card I'm pretty psyched about. Flame Blast Dragon coming out of Shards of Alara and coming into this core set.
That's awesome.
Super devastating in if it's left. If you can untap with this and then make it to your attack step, then
you're doing at least 10 damage if you played it on first.
Yeah, if you haven't used a trick to get the mana, then you'll have that amount, and then that's just like that's going to be very hard to leave unchecked. Let's say. Fling, good old Fling, kept with the same artwork, fair enough. But
good with Arc Runner.
Yeah, it's always nice little thing to have. If they're going to kill your guy, get some value out of it. There's no Arc Runner, is this, would there?
There's a Lightning Elemental, isn't there?
Yeah, Now, Furyborn Hellkite. 7 mana, 6/6, Bloodthirst 6. Wow.
Boom.
Right, you definitely have to play this guy for his Bloodthirst.
Yes,
doing 1 damage before on the turn of turn 7. You've got to be able to do that.
Yeah. I would have liked maybe Bloodthirst 3, but give it Trample.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, because you get past a certain point, then power is just too excessive. Like, as in, an 8/8 is probably going to win you the game as much as a 10/10, for say. So that would have been a cool thing, because then it having big power is not just chump blockable. Goblin Arsonist, this card's
changed the text to dies.
What?
They've changed the Arsonist text.
But yeah, no, I don't think this guy's terrible. It took me so long to actually find the picture of this and sort of understand it, and there's like a guy hiding under like a Hedron looking thing, and
he's holding up a little scepter of some description.
Goblin Bang Chuckers, this is very odd.
This is crap.
It's when we did our like ME4 draft or something like that. It's like flip a coin. No,
don't want to do that.
It's just so.
And this is even worse than whatever we were looking at then.
Yeah. So this.
If I lose, it dies. Oh.
Yeah, but otherwise you're just doing 2 damage, which is rubbish still.
Taps it as well.
It's just. If it was just endless flipping a coin,
that would be pretty cool.
That'd be okay, because you could maybe just risk that.
Yeah.
Let's move on past him to Goblin Chieftain, good old Goblin Lord. I like this. I think Goblin decks as a theme of things are pretty cool, and giving haste and smashing out of nowhere is pretty good.
Yeah.
It says that in this flavor text. Goblin Fireslinger is your red Bloodthirst Igniter. Only dealing damage to players will just mean that's his purpose. So fair enough. If that's what he does, then that's what he does. Gaining value out of your Bloodthirst is needed.
I love this card.
Yeah, wow, this is just awesome. With Goblin Arsonist, it's just 6 damage for 1 mana. I think it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Probably not take it ever in draft, because you're probably not going to have enough goblins.
Yeah, but
deck. Yeah, if anyone wants to make a constructed build with that, then that would be pretty good.
I suppose it has to be a sorcery as well, sadly, but
again, yeah.
That's
Otherwise,
the price you pay.
Things like Assault Strobe, that would be insane if that was an instant.
Yeah.
And as that would be as well, just then. Goblin Piker, very reminiscent of Mara.
Standard Man.
Yeah.
Same flavor text as well.
Yeah, I like that. Goblin Tunneler, I don't really like that at all. I never really liked him.
No.
But no, he just fills the thing, and that's something that needs to be done. Goblin Warpaint's pretty cool. That was in like Zendikar or something before.
Yeah, something like that.
It's all right. It's nothing special, nothing brilliant, nothing to sort of
write home about.
Oh, Goblin Warpaint, but right, another one of these Bloodthirst dudes up next. Another one of the ones that I think is you should definitely just wait. Well, not wait, as in just must try and get it for thing, because then a 5/5 for 4 is huge. That's like large Baloth-esque. And yeah, that's pretty devastating in comparison to other 4-mana red cards, Hill Giant. Grim Lavamancer. Everyone's very psyched about this card coming back from wherever it was last, probably before I'm aware of. But obviously, just play it in a burn deck where you just sorcery an instant to death, and then plenty of build up in your graveyard. I don't really think you'd use this with the whole graveyard interaction.
No, maybe not.
I don't think
because you're getting rid of them at that point, I suppose.
Yeah. Incinerate. There's your lightning bolt, but it's with the regenerate thing, which I think is neither here.
One extra mana. Fair enough.
Red Titan is still there. He's still there, smouldering things up. I think Inferno Titan's one of my favourite ones.
Yeah, it's cool.
The enter the battlefield thing is pretty devastating, especially as in killing those pesky Squadron Hawks. I thought it was pretty good at doing. Good old Lava Axe. Just I can't believe they changed the flavor text. Let me down, Wizards. Lightning Elemental poses a little bit of a painful quandary. It's like, oh, it's 4 damage, but it would kill my blocker. Risky card to leave unblocked. Mana Barbs. I like this. This was another thing from M10, wasn't it, last word?
Interesting.
Yeah. Because your opponent is pretty much always going to be tapping land for mana.
Yeah, but then so are you. But I suppose then you play sort of cheap burn spells.
Yeah, and hopefully just try and win the race.
Yeah.
I like Mana Barb's thing is very good. Manic Vandal, he's probably going to be needed with the Scars block still hitting around somewhere. I think that'll come out of sideboards.
Yep. To
destroy swords and bone hordes, etc. Redirect's Twin, Reverberate, your double red copy things. As we have found out in the past, embarrassingly, you cannot copy your own stuff. Which is lame. And here we go. Here we get to the real silly thing. Scrambleverse. It's very Warp World, Sway of the Stars.
LOL card.
Yeah, it's just like Matt has got his Warp the World in a deck, and we have like the rule of if he has it in hand, he has to play it. Always, just with it, even if it's the complete wrong move, just because it just provides
comedy.
Quite good comedy. So yeah, so the thing is though, it's non-land permanents. So for 8 mana, there could be not that many permanents even around. Non-land permanents, sorry. So it could be very, very underwhelming, especially if you play this for 8 mana and then they steal all of your stuff.
I think you'd only have to play it when you have no permanents and they have a few, because then you get like a 50-50 chance of getting some of theirs.
At least it is in red, with the emphasis is probably on instants or sorceries, rather than building up dudes. Like if this was a green card or white, you'd just be like, "What? That'd be such a mistake." Shock.
Nice. Like that.
I'm glad Shock isn't just a reprint of Lightning Bolt. I didn't think they think, well, Lightning Bolt was too good, we need to just pack Shock. I'm glad there still is Incinerate. So I think that's actually an additional bonus that you actually can have both.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I like that. It's 2 damage will do enough. Slaughter Cry +3 first strike for 3. Does it says on the tin again? Yeah, old card. I like that this needed to be an instant for it to have any sort of power at all. If this was sorcery, just put okay. And what? Stormblood Berserker. Right. Again, I think this card is very good.
Yeah. Again, it's got that problem of costing 2, but you don't want to play it on turn 2.
Oh, as in because you won't be able to trigger it by probably around turn 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that could be a valid point with a lot of these guys. But I think definitely the earlier you can play him out, then the better, because of him being a presence on the board and the whole blocking thing. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Tectonic Rift, sorry. It's alright, not too bad. Creatures without flying can't block. That could be. I think that's probably the better thing of it for me.
Yeah.
I think
I don't think it's going to be played.
No, I think the destroy target land is the red equivalent of randomly throwing draw a card on some blue spells.
Yeah.
Because this, you're probably going to play it to get your guys through, and then you think, oh, I'll take a land as well. It's like Twisted Image or Twisted Power Toughness, and draw a card for added bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Volcanic Dragon is your cheap man's, what's it called? Hellkite Charger?
Yeah,
same cost.
I don't really like it. Hellkite Charger is a 5/5, right?
Yeah, Hellkite Charger is 5/5
so
with then
I don't
combat
really, yeah, I don't really like it.
No, I think it can be alright in draft, as in because people probably aren't going to first pick it. Actually, no, I wouldn't be torn about first picking that.
Well, it just depends, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it can still be pretty good. What we got next? Wall of Torches.
It's a cool picture, but it's very strange card.
What do defenders usually have?
I'd say they usually have high toughness.
Yeah, and then this one has 1. Very weird. I'd like to play it and see how it worked, as in to see if what people were scared of attacking into it. As in, it's a pretty decent presence. Again, one of the cards I don't think maximum value is playing it out on turn 2. I think it's better at playing it out to trade with some bigger dudes a bit later. But
maybe. Yeah.
We'll have to see. Warstorm Surge. This is more expensive, but then cheaper version of Electropotence in effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
You play it for 6, but then it triggers for free. That could be okay. I don't really like expensive red cards, to be honest, much.
No, they don't tend to do well.
Yeah, no. So that was the end of the red cards. We'll have us again another short break and be back with green.